Martinsville Speedway. I tell you what, owned by International Speedway Corporation down here in Ridgeway, Virginia, and just to the south of Martinsville. And it's a 0.526 mile speedway, guys, in length, and it's actually the shortest track on the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Track was also one of the first paved oval tracks in NASCAR history, being built in 1947. And I'll tell you what, Law Dog, we're here tonight with Real Sim Racing, and these guys are set and ready to get this ball rolling here at Martinsville.
I tell you what, AD, in a race we're going to see, you're talking about the track, but I tell you what, Mama D brought us some of those ribs back there. They're pretty good, but I'm going to tell you, Martinsville got the best hot dogs you can ever put your mouth on. I tell you, they are awesome. Have you had one yet?
I'll tell you what, I'll be heading down there to the hot dog stand here just shortly, and when we get the ball rolling here. But in the booth tonight with me, you just heard him, the Law Dog himself, Rick Donathan, Jerry the Corn Dog Wolf. He'll be pushing the buttons on the cameras here tonight. Mike the Batman Keaton, he's down on pit road with Ron the U-Haul Day. He'll be calling the action down there on pit road for us here tonight. Set for 200 laps here at Martinsville. I'll tell you what, boys, why don't we go ahead and take them down through the points, and we'll let everybody know who's who and who's where here at Real Sim Racing League. And I tell you what, Ron, at the top, Guy Snyder, he's been occupying that top position now for a couple of weeks in a row, sitting up there with 201 points. And he won the race at Atlanta last week. He's got 6 top 5 finishes under his belt, and three top 5 finishes and 3 wins. And John Higman, Rick sitting in second place. He was third last week at Atlanta, and he's sitting 13 points behind Guy Snyder.
I tell you what, JD, you got in third spot Scott Brotherton at 188 points, which is tied with John Higman Jr., both behind the point leader by 13 points. And I tell you what, fourth in place we've got Landon Huffman, which had 171 points, just 30 points behind the leader. So I tell you what, it's going to be something else for Landon here today. We'll have to see what happens.
And then Adam Roberts, top 10 finish last week at Atlanta, sitting in the 5th spot here in Real Sim Racing. And then right behind him, who finished 16th, but I'll tell you what, John Gregorio led the most laps at Atlanta last week, 78 laps to his credit. But John's sitting 6th in points, 166 points. He's 35 points off the lead here tonight, guys. And I'll tell you what, looking for some good action from John Gregorio here at Martinsville tonight.
And JD's 7th place right now belongs to Cameron Manis, 151 points, 50 points behind the leader. And in 8th, we've got Chad Cole, 151 points and 50 points behind the leader. So you've got the 7th place there tied in points as well. Heck of a points battle we got going on right now.
All the way to the bottom, John Abbott, he was with a 6th place finish at Atlanta last week, sitting in 9th position, 52 points off the lead. But he shares that position, Rick, with Keith Brooks Jr., finished just outside the top 10, 13th last week at Atlanta, but a good run for him, 52 points behind the leader. So we've got quite a points battle going on here as you look up from 10th place all the way up to about Cameron Manis, but I don't see Cameron Manis. I don't see his name on the roster for Martinsville tonight. So Cameron Manis may not be in the running here as we get the ball rolling. But it'll be quite a points battle here tonight for sure.
Absolutely, JD, and I'll tell you what, talking about points battle that we've got, Guy Snyder in the lead. Got a chance to talk to him a little bit before we went out for qualifying, and he said, he's just going to try to put himself in position here this evening and take his time, one lap at a time, and try to gain position. So look for that from Guy Snyder.
You bet. And let's go take it down to pit road down here. Mike Keaton, Ron Day. Mike, we'll start out with you. Martinsville Speedway, half-mile track. What can we expect from pit road down there tonight?
Well, I'll tell you what, pit road will stay quite busy if the cautions come out. But JD and Rick, you're looking probably anywhere from 125 to 135 green lap green laps here for these guys to come in and make a green flag pit stop for fuel. But like I said, with the chances of cautions coming out, you're gonna have some guys take advantage of the cautions, come in, get 4 tires, get that fuel gauge back full. And then I think Ron Day standing by. He's got some more information about the tire wears and the fall off, and what these cars will start doing after some laps are put on them. Ron?
Yeah, Mike, what you're going to be looking at is after most of these guys, unless the tires have more than about 35, 40 laps on them, they're probably not going to come in. Either that or they may try to take 2, but everybody's pretty much saying that they'd much rather have the track position than they would fresh tires. Unless you're, you're 15th, 16th back in the field, 4 tires fine. But if you're up front and the guys in front of you don't pit, you're probably going to want to stay out.
I tell you what, guys, you guys are going to have your hands full tonight on pit road. And to tell you what, Batman, what do we expect to see if these guys go green flag? How many laps are exactly they're going to be able to get out of these things before they have to go under possibly a green flag pit stop?
Should it stay green the whole entire first 125 laps, you're going to see these guys come in. So be looking for them to come in, pending no cautions, 125 green laps into this race. But keep in mind there, Rick, that a lap 60, 70, these guys are going to look like they're out there ice skating. And that means potential hazard track conditions. So 125 laps on the green.
Good deal.
All right, thanks, guys. Mike and Ron down there on pit road. But Rick, I'll tell you what, let's talk about this track a little bit. It's the shortest track on the NASCAR circuit, just a hair over a half a mile. But the unique thing about this track is the straightaways are asphalt, but the turns are concrete.
Yeah, I tell you what, JD, these guys, talk to some of them, and you're going to expect to see a lot of guys that's going to get loose, especially in those corners. Those tires start heating up. They'll stick to that asphalt, but when it comes to concrete, it has a little bit of trouble gripping into that concrete. So I expect a lot of our cautions are probably going to come in probably in our corners, and I'm going to say it's going to be on the entries of the corners, not so much as the exits.
Yeah, you bet watching the action down here during practice, and I'll tell you what, looked like turn 2 and turn 4 might be the two we're going to pay most attention to here tonight. But 24 drivers have qualified for the event tonight. Landon Huffman sitting on a pole here tonight. R.J. Williams up on the outside, and I'll tell you what, some pretty nice looking qualifying times. Landon Huffman with a 19.949, and R.J. Williams just behind him with a 972. So some outstanding looking qualifying times here at Martinsville. But it's time. We need to take it down trackside. I believe the Cactus Cuties are standing by to present our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the
All right, and we are back live here at Martinsville Speedway with the RealSimRacing.com League tonight. I'll tell you what, 200 laps, getting ready to get this thing started, and I do hear the cars firing up down there. Go ahead, Mike.
Just got the word that Cameron Manis running top 10 in points, JD and Rick. He has actually dropped out of the racing. He has lost sponsorship, so you will not see his car for the rest of the calendar year.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, that's going to be some news to the guys that are sitting in the top 10 in points for sure. Cameron Manis occupies that 7th position there. So that one's going to be up for grabs as these guys keep on motoring up. But, you know, points race here tonight, looking at about the bottom 5 here from Keith Brooks on up. Keith Brooks, John Abbott, Chad Cole. You can even throw John Gregorio and Adam Roberts in the mix up there as well. But, you know, Rick, you know, this track, Martinsville Speedway, famous for those hot dogs. And I tell you what makes them hot dogs so darn famous?
I tell you what, it's the way they cook them things, and they won't tell you where they get the hot dogs at. But I tell you, man, talking about hot dogs, I tell you, we got a lot of hot dogs on the track tonight, today, there, JD. And I tell you what, just talking about the drivers and being from week to week and watching these drivers, I tell you, tonight I'm going to go out on the edge here, and hopefully I don't get mud thrown in my face. But I'm going to root for John Gregorio tonight. He's been looking good in the last couple of weeks, and I think he may have what it's going to take today underneath the hood of that Chevrolet machine and maybe take this thing to victory lane today, JD.
All right, starting out on the pole tonight, Landon Huffman in that 75 machine. Outside him is going to be R.J. Williams in the 21 car.
All right, we have John Gregorio in 3rd, and in 4th place we have the number 33, David Lanza.
Chad Cole on the inside in 5th position, and in 6th on the outside is going to be Eric Arnold.
And in 7th, number 41, Chalmers Parker. And 8th, we have the 54 of Bill Fields.
Guy Snyder, your points leader, starting 9th on the inside. Outside him in 10th is going to be Scott Brotherton.
And in 11th, we have number 43 of Doug Roth, and in 12th, number 44 of Rob Bowling.
John Abbott starting 13th on the inside. Outside him, Adam Roberts.
Jason Elrod starting 15th, and Keith Brooks starting 16th.
Joey Katina 17th inside. On the outside, Ed Williams Jr. in 18th.
And Jeff Addison starting 19th. Nathan Bauer starting 20th.
And Chris Beck starting 21st, 22nd, Bill Schoonover, Randall Holcomb, John Hickman Jr., Patrick Hahey, Greg Netherwood, Joseph Hayes, and that's your lineup here for tonight, guys, as we get set to take the green flag. Landon Huffman going to pick it up here. 200 laps at Martinsville, and we are green flag racing here already.
That's right. And I tell you what, Landon Huffman took no time about it to jump out toward the front there. And I tell you, JD, it's looking like a lot of these guys are following one in right behind the other there. That's something good we're already seeing. Going to see a lot of patience taken out here today, and going to see a really good race.
Bet the bottom line, this is a preferred line here at Martinsville. Very tough track to pass here, guys, especially if you get hooked up on the outside up there. But then on the other hand, even on that preferred line down on the bottom, sounds like we got some issues out on the track already. I'm hearing it's the number 76 car, Keith Brooks, going around here, guys. Oh, a number of cars involved, the 9 car involved, I want to say that looked the 85 car, but see if you can't roll it backwards here a little bit and see what took place here. Looks like I've got the 76 car up on the outside. Jerry, you got some more on this?
Yeah, I got this puppy pulled up right here, JD. Take a look at it. Looks like 76 on the outside there across the start-finish line. He just flat out loses it going into the turn. Just that rear end came right around on him. Unfortunate for the 85 car. Got a little bit of damage there for him as well. So tough start to this race. Hopefully we can get it turned around. We can get some green flag running going, guys.
You bet. And I'll tell you what, got it pulled up on my monitor, and Rick, looks like he just too deep into the turn. I see the nose of that car coming down way late as he gets into the turn, and of course when you do that, the back end of that machine just comes up off the ground, and you got to hammer down on the brakes, and of course that just causes the back end just to lift and then lose the traction, and around she goes.
Yeah, John, I tell you, we're going to see that's not going to be the first one we see of that here today. As these guys go on and they get a little wear on these tires, we're going to see quite a bit of that, depending on the driver and depending on the patience and depending on where they're at on the track. But I tell you one thing for sure, when we get down to about the last 10 laps here, I tell you, it's going to be one heck of a run.
You bet. And I'll tell you what, I believe we've got a couple of cars heading down pit road. So, Ron, what do you got for us?
We got Keith Brooks, a 76 car, and Randall Holcomb in the 89. They were involved in that incident. So Keith Brooks was the one that actually went around. One thing we forgot to mention when we were talking about the pit road earlier is they've already got the hammers laid out here, so because they knew they were going to be using them a good bit tonight. So that's one of the things. The faster these teams can make repairs to these cars and get them back out there, the better off you're going to be.
Rolls of Parabond and ball peen hammers. I tell you what, that's what it takes here at Martinsville. Let's talk about aerodynamics here a little bit. You know, unlike last week at Atlanta, where aerodynamics played an important part in your ability to maintain your position at a mile-and-a-half track, aerodynamics really doesn't play a big part here, Rick. I've seen fenderless cars make it around Martinsville here, even able to stay up on the lead lap. So aerodynamics really doesn't play that big have that big of an impact here at Martinsville.
No, you're right, Eddie. The aerodynamics is not going to be a big factor here. You got the old short track racing Saturday night feel is what we're going to have. So aerodynamics, you can throw them out the window. That's not going to help you a whole lot here. What is going to help you is the patience and your brakes and how you're getting on the brakes. These guys get on the brakes too much, they're going to lose brakes, and they're going to take a chance of locking these things up. And when they lock their brakes up, especially going in those corners again, like we talked about, no traction on that concrete.
Landon Huff, R.J. Williams picking up the green flag one more time. I'll tell you what, Landon Huffman just launches that 75 machine up off of the turn, guys, and headed down into turn one here. Got the 21 right behind him here, R.J. Williams. That's going to be a teammate of Landon Huffman in that bright orange and blue car. But I'll tell you what, 200 laps on the board here. 8 laps into this thing, working our first caution here on lap 4. So a ton of racing left to do here as Chalmers Parker back here in 7th position up on the outside, looking for a hole to get down there on the bottom, at least get down to that preferred line. Very hard to pass up here on the outside.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely going to be hard to pass on the outside. That momentum is pushing you out toward the wall as fast as these cars are running almost 75 mile an hour in the corners here. And I tell you, that's pretty doggone fast to be on concrete, and your tires are not wanting to stick to the track. So definitely going to be hard to pass on the outside.
Back here in 12th position, the 43 car, Doug Roth, having some difficulty just about a half a lap ago on the other side of the track. Taking a piece of the wall with him down here, having some difficulty getting up off the turns. But then in front of him, the 88 car of, I believe that's going to be Adam Roberts here in that Jack Daniels machine, taking kind of a wide path through the turn here about a half a lap ago. So already, guys trying to search for that grip as this track gets rubbered up, and get that grip back as the caution comes out for the second time here at Martinsville, guys. We'll cycle around, see if we can't figure out who brought this one out for you. Pace car getting ready to pull off of pit road down there. I'm hearing that's the 34 machine, guys, as we try to roll this around. And roll it backwards here on my machine. Jerry, we got pulled up on the E-Wine machine.
You know we do, baby. 34 going in the corner. JD, it just looks like the 60 car. Got in the back of him, lifted the rear end up just a little bit, dumped him up there into the wall, got a little bit of front end damage on their right, but hey, we're at Martinsville, so I don't think that's going to do a whole lot. He put it in the wall there, probably maybe 10 mile an hour, so it shouldn't be a big deal for him. He'll get it back up, get him 4 fresh on, and he'll go back after that lead.
You bet, no harm, foul. And, like Bristol, this is another one of those tracks. Check your attitude at the door, partner, because you're going to do some bumper banging and door slamming here before the night is over with just about anybody at any given time here at Martinsville, Rick.
That's right, and I tell you what, I was going to look at the about the top 10, JD, running out here, and tell you, these guys are looking really good up here in the top 10. Hadn't been really focused back there on the tail end of things, but I know there are a lot of cautions that come out from behind there. Those guys still trying to get things figured out, so forth. But tell you what, the top 10 up here seems to have got it figured out, running right in behind each other, put a few laps down, and you know, just knocking one lap down at a time.
You bet. And I'll tell you what, part of this race being sponsored tonight by the VRC Mark II virtual racing chassis, guys. And let me tell you something about this thing. A racing simulation cockpit designed by a real race car driver, Rick. His name is Bob Earl, and you can Google up his name. He's a championship driver who knows what a virtual racing chassis ought to feel like. And I'll tell you what, the design features a fully adjustable frame and racing seat, an additional monitor stand and shifter mount sold separately. $349 plus shipping, cowboy. I'll tell you what, you can check it out over at bobearlracing.com. And ETV Live is proud to endorse this product because it was designed with the avid sim racer in mind, and by a real race car driver, not by some dude who walks in off the street into a bar, and, well, you know the rest of the story.
Did you say designed by a real race car driver, JD?
Absolutely, a real race car driver. I'll tell you what, championship road racing driver at that. His name is Bob Earl. Check it out over at bobearlracing.com. And I'll tell you what, he's sold over 3,000 of these things, cowboy, all over the world. So as we get set to go green flag racing back here at Martinsville, check it out, bobearlracing.com.
Tell you what, man, to sell 3,000 of those things, I tell you, that just goes to show you right there, he knows what he is doing. That is for sure. But I tell you what, JD, we're getting ready to go green, and Landon Huffman sitting up there in the front. And I tell you what, John Gregorio looking on the inside of that 21 machine driven by R.J. Williams. Green flag is out, and John Gregorio looking on the inside. Jerry, you got more.
Man, I'm going to tell you what, that's the third time I've watched that restart there, Law Dog, with John Gregorio. Keep an eye on him on restarts, man. He cannot get that car going to save his life. Rear end keeps kicking out to the right hand. Every time we restart this race, you watch that 23 car, and you'll see that. Hopefully he can get that straightened up. He got loose again right there, guys. So hopefully he can get that tweaked up a little bit and get that car straightened out, JD.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, guys spinning the tires on the restarts here. The tires have not come up to temperature yet. Oh, it's the 27 machine. Guy Snyder points to her to get completely out of shape coming off of turn 2, guys. I'll tell you what, 27 car back here in 6th position just got absolutely haywire with coming off that turn back here, but able to keep it pointed forward, keeping the right direction. But I'm hearing a caution coming out again. I'm hearing it's the 85 machine here. That's going to be Nathan Bowers back here in 20th position as we roll it back and see what happened to Nathan Bowers back here on about lap 19. And
tell you what, JD, you did a good job hanging on to that thing.
Yeah,
hey,
I'll tell you
JD.
what, I guess there's a couple of them. Go ahead, Jerry.
I got this puppy pulled up here, going to take a look. You know what? Just the 9 car. I mean, he just hit the gas, got right to the back of that 85, lifted the rear end up off the car, and he spun right up into the outside wall. So nothing the 85 could do there. He was just kind of braking to get into the corner, and the 9 didn't let up.
Yeah, you know what? It looks like the 9 took a piece of the wall coming off the turn 2 here a little bit, or right there on the backstretch, I think. But yeah, it took a piece of the wall just before he hit. Just before he hit. But I'll tell you what, several cars damaged here, guys.
Yeah, that's several cars that are damaged. I'll tell you what, we'll take a few moments right now, JD, and say a big hello to our folks over here in the chat room that's dedicated to joining us the nights we have our broadcast. Casso Day, I want to say hey to him, and of course we want to say hey to Mama D, Metcalm, and of course we want to give a shout out to Kayla. Now I told Kayla a little earlier there, JD, that she needs to make sure she stays seated don't leave that seat this evening. Last week I had to help her and kind of fill her in on what was going on because she knows she was going to be quizzed after the race. So hopefully she don't get up and leave this time.
Got you there, and I'll tell you what, Metcalm, that's going to be Danny Gabaldon. I'll tell you what, Danny Gabaldon, one of the biggest ETV Live fans. Good to see you in the chat room here tonight. But I'll tell you what, boys, why don't we go ahead and step away. We'll take our first commercial break of the night. You're watching live ETV Live, Cowboy. It's the only choice in town. realsimracing.com here at Martinsville Speedway. So don't wander off. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back live here at Martinsville Speedway, and guys are bugging me here tonight. Want to know who my pick is here tonight, and I tell you what, guys, I'm just going to luck of the draw here. You know, John Gregorio has looked strong in just about every single race that I've seen him in as we go green here. But in the 23 car, John Gregorio gets a little bit better restart this time, guys. The 33 car looking on the outside, but he isn't going to get it done as he falls in behind the 23 of John Gregorio. But that's going to be my pick here tonight, guys. He is the points leader. He's a strong contender. Oh, big time wreck right here on the front stretch, guys, coming off of turn 4. Yeah, the big one, the big time big one here. Right here, I've got David Lanza coming through the turn, guys. And you may have seen that one live, but Jerry, we got more on the E-play?
Yeah, Jade, actually that one was live. 23 once again slowed up to not get into the back of the 21. 33 kind of had nowhere to go. 27 behind him, a lot of cars stacked up, a lot of damage to those. Unfortunately, though, he just didn't have anywhere to go. They were all slowing up in front of him. Big checkup, and they're going to 23 and 27 going to pay the price on this one.
Yeah, I know all these guys, major points contenders up here mixing it up, guys. And, of course, you know, maybe that's the ETV Live jinx, Rick. Do you think the 23 car, John Gregorio?
Well, I tell you what, Eddie, we might not want to do that anymore, because I tell you, right when you were giving your pick there, that's when the accident took place. So I tell you, I don't know if that's a good thing that we just did that, or if we just put all focused on David Lanza for running into the back of Gregorio. So we'll see how that plays out. Rod, you got more.
Well, actually, I was going to say is David Lanza was going to be my pick because he's had good cars, you know, just about every race this season. Just needed some good luck, and he was fast to here again tonight. And he still got a good shot. They're just going to need to do some work to it.
I'm going to tell you what, guys. I'm going to go out on a limb here tonight, and just because I like Gatorade, I'm going to take John Abbott, man.
All right. And I'll tell you what, guys, this is John Abbott all the way back here in 21st position back here. So that's going to be Jerry's pick tonight. A couple of more picks we got to make here pretty quick, guys. So, Rick, who are you going to pick tonight?
I told you, I'm going to pull for John Gregorio, and the reason why, JD, I've just watched last few races, and I've seen the hiccups that he's had. It really probably cost him a few races, so I'm going to stick with him. I know he just got taken out, but I tell you what, we still got 170 laps here to go, and got plenty of time to catch back through the field, and I think he's got what it's going to take underneath the hood of that Chevrolet, so I think he's going to put it back up front.
Well, I'll change mine and go with Landon Huffman in that 75 machine.
Oh, pick the easy one, why don't you?
Gee, Manelli, cheaters!
Yeah, well, we need to quit doing this pick. You see what happened last time, but I'll tell you what, 31 laps into this one, working caution number 4 here, guys, and 23 and 33 involved along with several others. But as Ron was saying earlier, Ball Peen Hammer's getting a workover down there on pit road here tonight. But I tell you guys, yeah, more like sledgehammers, as Ron's whispering. But Mike, you got some more?
Yeah, involved in that last caution, Guy Snyder, your points leader, making a quick note. He is 2 laps down, guys, 2 laps down.
and that's not going to be awful hard to get him back here as the lights go off on the pace car. And I'll tell you what, heading back around here, pace car is going to pull off when he get there and come down pit road. So last time around here, Landon Huffman still out there in front. R.J. Williams chasing him down. Chad Cole, Chalmers Parker, Eric Arnold up on the top 5 up here. As we go back to racing here,
looks like, I believe they waved it off there, JD. I believe they're going to reset before they actually drop the green. So don't know what kind of technical areas we had there.
all right, I'm hearing that they weren't in line, guys. Something with the lineup. Remember, these guys got to be pretty much, in a pretty good line here to get this thing going. So that's what I'm hearing. Rick, have you heard anything else?
Nope, that's what I was about to say, JD, and I was also going to let our viewers know out there as well. Just keep in mind, folks, we got so much going on, going through our ears here, and guys letting us know where everything's going on. So, but green flag is dropped, and tell you what, the 17 of Chad Cole got a really good start on that restart there, JD. And I'm hearing caution is coming out again in the number 70 car, which is going to be Jason Elrod. So I'm sure we're going to have some more on that here in just a moment there, JD.
Yeah, I got it rolled up here, and Jason Elrod's up on the outside here, right here on the restart, guys, as I get this thing rolling forward here. Going into turn 1, look, he gets hammered from the back by the 27 or 23 machine of John Gregorio. Jerry, we've got it pulled up on the E-Wine machine.
Yes, sir, we do, and you are absolutely correct. We're going to actually dump that back here just a little bit more, take another peek at this right here. 70 car, once again, 23 just really got into the back of him, nothing the 70 could do. Unfortunate 69, going to get him up off the ground. A lot of damaged race cars, guys, and these guys are just in back there. There's really nowhere to go. The track is so small, so they kind of got to depend on these guys up in front to get into the corners properly, and it's just not happening tonight.
You know, here's what I see what's happening, Rick, and maybe we might bring Ron Day and Mike Keaton in on this too. I know they spent some time on the track down here in these cars, but what I'm seeing here, John Gregorio starts in the back here. He's running about 14th place or so, in the middle of the pack or so, but what I'm seeing from the get-go here is everybody's building speed from the green flag. They're going into turn 1. And, of course, if you're the guys in the front, you can take your car a little bit deeper, but then the brakes start to come on. Cars start to slow down, getting into the turns, and the guys in the back are just not conscious of that, and they're trying to brake at the same point that everybody in front of them is, and that just causes that chain reaction all the way to the back here. You saw John Gregorio getting into the car in front of him, and vice versa, and it involves a couple of cars, more than just the 2 or 3 cars involved. So, Ron, what I'm seeing is guys, they're just not aware of their braking points when they're behind a whole field of cars here.
Well, Andy, okay, let me ask you this question. When you're you're coming up to a red light and you accidentally hit the person in front of you, what happened? They say it's your fault, right? Well, this is the same situation. You got to anticipate where the guy in front of you is going to start slowing down now, because he's doing the same thing for the guy in front of him and the guy in front of him. So it's a big chain reaction, like you said. So I mean, these guys really just got to stay on their toes and be ready to get on the brakes without locking them up and sliding them into the corner right there. So just got to be careful.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you what, working caution number 5 here already, guys, and. Tell you, we're only 39 laps in the books here at Martinsville, Rick. So with 5 and 39, I don't know, bud. You do the math.
Well, I tell you what, talking about math, I'm down on my hot dog here, and I see John's in the room here crying on everybody's shoulder about not being in the booth, that we filled it up before he can get in here. So
he's the key to the door.
Well, I thought maybe I'd, give him some type of job to do, so I told him to go get us some more hot dogs.
There you go. Or give them a mop and bucket.
That's right. But, hey, listen, I just want to tell these folks out here, we appreciate these guys showing up. We got some really cool things getting ready to start happening here at ETV, and we know how everybody likes free stuff, JD. But I know we got some more viewers out there. We got about 20 to 25 people watching this thing, and if you'll reach up right now on your monitor, you don't have to put a password to get in here. We want to see you. We want to see your name. We want to say your name. So come on in here to the chat room so that way we can see you.
There you go. That chat room does not require a password. All you got to do is put your name in there and come on in. Prefer that you use your real name, because that way we can interact with you a little bit more. But I'll tell you what, right now, Kayla and Cassidy having a good time. Doug Easterday from HRRL, not sure what that is, but hope you're having a good time up here. Martinsville Speedway, half-mile track down here in Virginia, getting ready to go green one more time here. But I'll tell you what, Landon Huffman, he's got a pile of them green flags on the seat next to him. R.J. Williams up beside him as Landon gets another great start here at Martinsville.
That's right. I tell you what, 17 Chad Cole got a heck of a start again, JD. Looking on the inside, takes the second place position away from R.J. Williams. Heck of a run he got there. Now he's on the back door of Landon Huffman.
Oh! And Eric Arnold gets hammered here as well, guys. I'll tell you what, caution coming out here again as these guys are just, you know, not showing any patience early in the race. This is a 200-lap race, guys, 42 laps into it. And a 44 car, Bob Bowling, is going to get punted by, looks like the 60 machine up here. I don't know if that's the one that brought the caution out. I was watching that just as quickly as I heard the caution come out, so I don't know if that's the one that brought it out or not. But, Jerry, you got some more on this one?
Actually, JD, I do believe you are correct. That's what I'm seeing. The 60 car once in back into the 44, going into the corner. 44 had to slow it up for everybody in front of him. 60 got in the back, lifted him up, but I do not believe that they are the ones that paid for that. Another car paid for that, was sitting back there on the wall. I'm not quite sure who that was. And I'm hearing in my ear that was the 47 car of Eric Arnold that actually is going to pay the dividends big time on that one, JD Webb.
All right, it's going to be caution number 6 here at Martinsville Speedway, guys. And I'll tell you what, like I said at pre-race, check it at the door, partner, because if you don't get, if you come out of this thing without a scratch or something wrong, you had to have left your car in the garage, Rick. But I'll tell you what, it's door slamming, bumper banging here at Martinsville. But I think they're getting just a little bit carried away.
Oh yeah, I tell you, people are trying to get up to the front as quick as they can, and tell you, I don't want to see these guys get out of hand now. You know, everybody's anxious. We're at lap 45. We've got a long way to the finish, and but I tell you, the adrenaline rush, that short track feel, JD, is what is going through the adrenaline right now through these guys. Everybody's got an opportunity here. You don't have to have the fastest car to win here. It's all about how you're entering and exiting your corners, how you're letting your car roll through, and it doesn't have a whole lot to do with speed. This is going to be definitely a race of skill.
You got that right. What 6 cautions coming out already. Why don't we go ahead and step away? We'll take a quick commercial break. You're watching it live, ETV Live, Cowboy. Martinsville Speedway with real sim racing, so don't wander off, Cowboy. We'll be right back. Right, we are live coming back to the green flag. Landon Huffman picking it up, but I'll tell you what, the 21 looking on the inside can't get there. 17 of Chad Cole up on the outside looking for a hole down here on the bottom. I'll tell you what, boys, it's all about patience as the 21 gets a little out of shape coming off the turn. 17 still stuck up on the outside. 41 Chalmers Parker back here in 4th position looking to stay on the inside. Oh, the 17 gets clear out of shape coming off the turn there, guys.
Tell you what, Chad Cole there kind of got stuck on that outside there, JD, and can't seem to get it back down on the low side. It's really slowed him down a lot. Not sure if he's got some damage to that car or not, but it looks like he's starting to lose position. Young man was getting some good starts. I tell you, just seeing there, he just got off the turn 4 there, getting real loose. So kind of keep your eye on him. Let's see what's going on with that. But tell you what, Landon Huffman once again up front up here with his teammate R.J. Williams in the 21 machine. One lap at a time, guys. Is he going to end up in victory lane today? That's the big question.
I'll tell you what, I'm getting ready to call my bookie and place my bet, but it's like Eric Arnold back here in the 47 machine having all kinds of problems. He's back here in the 13th position, guys, and it looks like he may have some handling issues with that Navy car of his, but Eric Arnold in some deep trouble. Oh, as we got one spinning back here, guys. That's three machines. Scott Brotherton going for a loop. I don't see the caution out yet, guys. Still green. Caution has come out. Caution is out, guys. And Scott Brotherton right back here on lap 48. He's rolling back here in 21st. Jerry, we got it on the E-Wine machine.
Oh, you know we do, Weber. That's what we do here at ETV. 3-4 car and 3 car. 3 car gets under the 34 car coming out of the corner. Going to do a little crossover in front of him. Unfortunately, 34 gets in the back of the 3, turns him around into the 47. Going to be a little bit more damage for that 3 and that 34. I'm not sure how much more damage they can take, JD.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Ron, we got some more down pit road.
Yeah, I was actually about trying to chime in and tell you about the 47 right as that was happening, but they were saying that they're not really sure. He may have broken some of the steering in one of those hits on there, so he's kind of been all over the place. They're going to bring it down and look at it real quick. Along with him coming down, we're going to have the lost my spot. I think you're going to have the 76 of Keith come down with him also, just to go ahead and get that thing looked at one more time, and the 33 also.
All right, and I'll tell you what, some action happening down there on pit road. Of course, it's the Ball Peen Hammers, Bear Bond, and the Mr. Fix-It as the 47 machine. Looks like he does have some steering issues down here on pit road, Jerry.
Hey, if you guys need me, I'll be down here in the 88 pit of Adam Roberts. You know what they got down here, JD?
Oh, man, come on.
They got JD. Jack Daniels, baby.
Jack Daniels, hey, cowboy, that's my drink, son. Pass me a bottle, will you?
I'll send somebody up one.
Oh man, this is gonna be a long night.
Well, who's pushing the buttons on the cameras, or did Jerry take the remote with him?
I got the remote in my hand. Don't you worry about it.
Oh my God.
All right, boys, I'm going to tell you what. You need to cut that out. We're going to have a checkpoint after the end of this race, so let's cut that out. Get your Kool-Aid,
All right,
folks.
Law Dog.
I was going to say, I tell you what, if Jerry's got the remote in his hand, get ready for reruns of Charlie's Angels coming up here shortly, folks. So stay tuned, ETV Live, Ron.
Well, speaking of the 88, I was actually wanting to talk about him a little bit too. Adam Roberts, he started way back in outside the top 10. He's made it up here. You also got the 94. Jeff Addison's made it up front. 44 Rob Bowling, and the 60 John Hickman Jr. second in points coming in here. Just cracked the top 10. So you're starting to come to the front, guys.
All right, tell you what, trying to manage this chat room over here. John saying something about, you didn't know I made the Law Dog the boss tonight, did you? That's cool. I know where I got my keys from. I can give them back to the same guy who gave them to me, so...
I quit. I quit.
I quit. Besides that, John down there complaining because he wasn't in the broadcast tonight, but he's standing down there. He's got keys to the back door. Get your butt up here in the booth, boy. Help us call this thing here tonight. But I tell you what, out here in front, Landon Huffman, R.J. Williams, guys, from Huffman Racing, the 21 and the 75 machine out here, doing an outstanding job. Of course, I guess if you're in front, there ain't trouble ahead of you to get into, as long as you're up here. But, what I'm seeing these guys here tonight, Rick, they seem to be going into these turns really deep and really hard. I see the front end of these things take quite a nosedive, and the back end coming up off the ground as well.
Yeah, I tell you what, I heard Batman say something about brake bias, and that could have a lot to do with it as far as how the brakes are set up. So these guys are definitely going to have to watch their entries, because now we're at a point, 58 laps in the book. The brakes are going to be pretty hot, and if they're not careful, they'll lock up on them and cause the car to lose control.
You bet. As we get green flag racing one more time here, guys. Landon Huffman, R.J. Williams out there in front. Chalmers Parker and Chad Cole back here in the back of him. Adam Roberts chasing him down in that Jack Daniels machine. As Jerry was talking about hanging out in there in the hauler with those boys. But I tell you what, pretty much single file until you get back here to the 94. 94 going in there just a little bit wide as the 41 gets into the wall on the front stretch. All right, I have the cautions coming out for the 8th time here at Martinsville, guys, and I'm hearing it's the 41 car bringing this one out, guys.
JD, you got
Jerry? I think Jerry's got it pulled up on the ETV E-Wine machine. Jerry?
You know I do. 41 going into the corner with 75, guys. And just coming out of the corner, man, he just kind of, didn't even really look like he lost it. Just kind of dumped it into the wall down there face first. And you know what's odd is a lot of cars are driving through him, so I'm wondering if he may not have had a warp issue there, JD, a little bit of a connection problem.
You know, I'm looking at it on my monitor. It looks like he just a little bit too much throttle coming up off the turn. Tries to get a good exit and stay right with the 75, but just brings it around, guys. And you know, Rick, it may be that brake bias that Mike was talking about down around Pit Road.
Yeah, I believe you're right, JD. It could be what it is. Tell you, I got my mouth full of ribs right now. So, Batman, can you help him out on that?
Yeah, let's get a little technical here, I guess, guys. These guys are probably running in the neighborhood of 59% to 58% brake bias. What these guys can do in their cars here is adjust that brake bias as the race runs on, and the lower that is, the less they have to apply brake, but the more brake is applied, if that makes sense. So they can get that car woed up real quick, and that's what you see when they hit their marks. The guys who has that brake bias real low, you'll see them hit that mark probably right before the corner. You'll see that nose of the car take a real dive into the concrete, almost like it's grabbing it up. And then the guys who's got the medium to high brake bias setting, you'll see those guys bat the corners up more and roll through the corner. So a little technical there, but in fact, these guys have control again of the brakes in their cars, so they can, as the race wears on and goes on, they can continuously lower the brake bias. And I think Ron's got some more information too as well.
Yeah, the other thing is when they're on the first couple laps, the tires are going to be pretty cold. After they get 2 or 3, 4 laps in them, they'll get heated up a little bit. And then as the run goes on, we get into the longer runs, 30, 40, 50 laps into the run, they're going to be slipping and sliding all over the place. So be looking for that. And Michael, who gave you a wrench and taught you how to work on these things?
Oh, just something I learned from my Pro Series driver, Landon Harrison.
I'll tell you what. Always picking up a wrench and working on these machines down there. Mike Keaton and Ron Day down there on Pit Road. Outstanding information, guys. Thank you. And I'll tell you what, the 8 cautions in the books already, 65 laps, 200 laps here at Martinsville. And Mike, one more time, you got some more?
Yeah, just turned in. Doug Roth come into the garage area, turned the car basically off, and he is done, guys. He suffered bad damage to that car. So Doug Roth has put it into the garage, shut the door, and he is not making himself available for interview right now. So so pretty upset for him as we go green.
All right, now back to Green Flag Racing out here. Landon Huffman still hanging on to the lead up here as they're wrecking already before we even get the turn in. Pace car already hitting the track as I'm hearing it's the 85 machine, guys. Nathan Bowers right here on the restart. So I tell you what, patience wearing thin here at Martinsville is the 85 car involved in another caution, Jerry.
Yeah, I got this pulled up here, JD. It looks like they're a little bit stacked on the restart here to begin with, that 47 and 85. 85 just kind of slams it down, man, and the rear end of the car comes out, gets into that Navy car as well, and man, it's just a lot of carnage here on the track tonight. Hoping they can get these cars straightened up and we can get a good green flag run in. That'd be kind of neat to see.
You bet. I'll tell you what, 9 cautions in the books, guys, for 63 laps, getting a little bit excessive. And I'll tell you what, I'm about ready to put this thing on autoplay and go down and find that hot dog stand that Rick was talking about and get me one of them Martinsville hot dogs down there. But I'll tell you what, carnage happening here at Martinsville tonight, guys. why don't we go ahead and we'll take another commercial break, step away, and get some refreshments back here at the buffet table. You're watching live, ETV Live. It's the only choice, Cowboy. Martinsville Speedway with Real Sim Racing. Don't wander off. We'll be right back. MTCO Communications, dude, I'll tell you what, the only place to get your gaming servers, no contract, month to month. Get gaming tonight with Battlefield 2. Hey, Call of Duty, do it with R-Factor, Arca Sim Racing, dude. I'll tell you what, $49 a month, no better deal anywhere. Remote access, virus filters, remote power cycle, no player limit, no bandwidth, dude. Dedicated servers, hey, do it tonight. Give them a call, 800-859-6826. All right, we are back live here in Martinsville Speedway, working caution number 9, guys. 85 car involved in that one. And I'll tell you what, 70 laps in the books here, 200 laps. We got 130 more of these things to go. I hope, Rick, that 9 cautions and 63 laps is not going to be the name of the game tonight with 130 laps left.
Well, I'll tell you what happened there, JD. These guys keep getting out here trying to win the race, and the second lap of the race, what's going to happen is they're going to damage their car. It's going to be messed up. They're going to go to pit road, and they're not going to be able to fix it. So eventually what's going to take place is the guys that are taking their time and being patient about what's going on out here are going to be the guys that ends up finishing the race, which is what they showed up here for today anyway, is to finish the race.
You bet. Tell you what, you know, patience, you know, you're talking about a half-mile short track here, guys. And, you know, this is a tough place to get around. Everybody's been here, you know, a few times before. You know, they know what it's like to get around this place. They know how difficult it is to get to position here. It's very hard to pass, you know, when you're on the outside. So, you know, hey, Cowboy, you got to just sit back and ride this baby out and try to make up positions on pit road, and then look for those mistakes by the car in front of you. But it takes a huge amount of patience, just like Bristol. Bristol, of course, with the advantage with, you know, 30-degree banking in the turns, only 12 degrees here, and that 12 degrees is only for drainage, I'm sure, here. But Landon Huffman going to pick up a green flag one more time here, and he's got a pile of them in the cockpit of that machine of his as we get to roll in the 17 car, having a little bit of difficulty getting off the start there with the 88 up on the outside.
That's right. And I was going to say keep eye on it. Oh, no accident, but I think he's got it under control. He's got it under control.
88-60 colliding right there on the backstretch, guys, but it's still green flag racing. No caution coming out. Oh, as the 60 goes flipping down the front stretch right past the flag stand. Caution definitely coming out on that one as I roll this one backwards here, and it was not the 88 that did it. I'm looking for the car that the 60 might have gotten into here. So we now looks like he
It'll be the 88 there, D.
yeah, I think Jerry's got it pulled up in the E-Wine, might have a better angle on it. The 14 car was right down there beside him, guys, going past the 88. I don't know if the 14 got a piece of the 60 and turned him up into the 88 or not. Kind of hard to tell from this vantage point, but the 60 machine absolutely, Rick, going for one of those, what do we call it here? E-ticket ride? ETV E-ticket ride? What is that?
That's the E-ticket ride, that's for sure. And I tell you, you know, I'm starting to become disappointed now, JD. I'm just, maybe I'm expecting too much from these guys. We watch these guys race one week after another, and you know, I want to see some green flag racing, and I'm sure the viewers do too. So these guys got to calm down just a little bit, and you know, follow in and just put some laps on the board.
All right, 48 laps under caution, guys. 74 laps in the book, so more than half the race so far has been under caution, and it is absolutely getting a little bit ridiculous here tonight, guys. I just don't see the patience being shown out here at all. And, you know, and that's all it takes. You know, get off the throttle just a little bit earlier, stay off the bumper of the car in front of you, and, you know, try to get the job done down here, Mike.
You know, I tell you, JD, looking, you know, on pit road, we've seen me and Ron seen a lot of cars come down. I think a lot of the problems that's going on is a lot of drivers racing and handling some ill-mannered race cars. And Ron can probably concur with me on that, but there's a lot of damaged race cars out there, and these guys are up on the wheel already as it is, but with the ill-handling race car, Ron can tell you first offhand that it is not fun to drive an ill-mannered race car, is it, Ron Day?
Well, definitely not. But what the thing that's making it worse is, like you said, that with the damage these guys got, you know, as they said at the top of the show, the aero issues that they're, you know, aerodynamics aren't going to cause any issues, but you know, you knock the fender in one time and then it gets, and then all that's left there's no protection for the wheel, and then the wheel gets knocked in, and then it's twice as hard to drive as it was when you drove it off the truck. So it's just a domino effect when you start getting into incidents with these cars, and it just makes it really tough to complete 200 laps.
Lights are off on his car as he makes that hard left-hand turn going down pit road again. It's always up here in front. It's going to be the 75-21 for Huffman Racing up here. R.J. Williams, Landon Huffman picking up the green flag, but I tell you what, that's probably the safest spot to be up here as we get heading off into turn one. 70 car of Chad Cole up here doing an awesome job. The 44 going past the 14 for a pass here. The 14 staying up here on the outside, and I tell you what, he knows he's coming. So you just got to get off the throttle a little bit sooner, Rick, and let those cars come on by, and then find that hole on the bottom. See if you can't work yourself down there.
That's right. I tell you what, up here at the top three at 17 of Chad Cole. He's working on R.J. Williams there. Looks like Landon Huffman's not having any problems at all in his entrance and exits on the corners there. But I tell you, Chad Cole is moving in closer to R.J. Williams. And it sounds like we've got another accident.
Yeah, it's going to be Rob Bowling up here in the front, guys. As I rolled this thing backwards on my monitor, just caught that one out of the corner of my eye. It looks like he might have had a little bit of help here too, guys. 44 car coming down the backstretch here, going into turn 3, and gets it wound up, but he absolutely had some help. It's going to be 33 car, Jerry. We got it pulled up on the E-Wine machine.
Yes, indeed we do. There, Weber. Looks like 33 got a little loose coming out of that corner to begin with. 44 car kind of had to slow it down to get in the corner. 33 brakes on the left, got into the back of the 44, turned him around. A little bit more damage for each one of them. And the 76, not sure where he was coming there at the end, but he come back in there at the end and got into the back of the 33, which pushed into the 44, a little bit more damage for him. So.
You bet. And Ron, we got some more information down there?
Yeah, I was actually to say, as far as my notes show me, and I've been decent at taking notes lately, the 75, the 21, the 17, and the 44 are the only ones that had not been down pit road up to that point. The 33 probably had a little bit fresher tires than the 44 did, and he was just trying to get around it. I guess he just got a little impatient, guys.
Impatient, I'll tell you what, impatient, absolutely.
Tell you what, Eddie, talking about patience and so forth, I had a chance to talk to a few drivers. One in particular is Landon Huffman, and I asked him what to expect to see. I'm sure him and his teammate and just a few others are about the only ones that don't have any damage on their car yet. But I asked Landon how he felt about this track. And, you know, he explained to me that this is one of his better tracks, and he's got a good set line, good race line. And he's looking for a win today. So tell you what, that young man's not going to let up at all.
Just got word that John Higman Jr., who is running second in the points, just got disqualified. That's the only update I got right now. Don't know why, but he just got disqualified.
All right. And tell you what, why don't we see if we can get John Higman on the radio up here and at least get his perspective of things happening down there. That's as long as he's had a little bit of time to cool off down there, Mike. If you can take care of that for us, we'll see if we can get in touch with John Higman. But this is going to be caution number 11, guys. And I'll tell you what, you know, 84 laps in the books, 11 cautions. We've got 120, 116 laps to go here tonight. So, you know, we've only got a couple of race laps in here. Average is running about 40, 50 laps by now, guys, you know, as far as pace laps. But, Mike, I understand that you've got John Higman on the radio? Yeah, Mike, I understand. Have you got John on the radio, or you want us to take care of the booth?
Yeah, that's right. I got John Higman Jr. John, we just seen that something, you got black flagged or something. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, I got black flag for no reason. It didn't say anything. Didn't have a meatball flag, nothing like that. Just disqualified me.
Yeah, I tell you what, John, and running second to point standings, come into the ninth, probably hoping for at least a top 10 at Martinsville here, but so far the race has probably not been expected by any, but we're taking a green flag. We'll get right back to you, John.
All right.
All right, guys, and I'll tell you what, we'll get back to get back to John and here in just a little bit. But back to green flag racing here. Of course, Landon Huffman still out in front with R.J. Williams in that 21 machine. Huffman Racing, Chad Cole in that number 17 DeWalt machine doing a good job up here. But I tell you what, that seems to be the safest place on the field tonight, guys. Oh, as the 17 gets almost out of shape behind the 21 here on lap 90, but collects it back up, saves that machine of his. So Chad Cole, good job. That's probably the good hands move of the night tonight. Chad hanging on to that 17 machine with 90 laps in the books, guys.
I tell you what, JD done a heck of a job hanging on to that car, you know, running down there at about 80 miles an hour, hit them brakes like that, and that's an example where the brakes get heated up like that. It locks some things up on you. You don't know when they're going to lock up, but done real good reaction skills there that you've seen from that young man there hanging on to that car. Tell you, he's running pretty good now, but tell you, Landon and RJ's kind of pulling away from him.
I'll tell you what, working back through the field back here, they're starting to get spread out now, but of course you're looking at a lot of damaged vehicles. At 27 back here in 22nd position, Guy Snyder going past Keith Brooks Jr. Of course, Guy Snyder about 20 laps off the pacer, guys. Massive damage to that number 27 machine, so he's just out there collecting points, trying to finish this thing here tonight. But I tell you, Guy Snyder is your points leader here tonight by about 13 points. He shares, 13 points over John Higman Jr. and Scott Brotherton, who both share that, we'll call it that second place position, Rick. So this could be a big points night for a couple of drivers down here, especially the ones down here near the bottom, Chad Cole, John Abbott, and Keith Brooks Jr. as well. So this could be the turning point, you know, for a lot of these drivers here at Martinsville tonight.
Absolutely. I tell you, just looking back here in the back of the field, Chris Beck, the number 34 machine, he's running 6th position right now, one that got into an early skirmish. And, of course, we can't forget about the number 44, Rob Bolin. He's working his way through the field and trying to get and make position as quick as he can. Don't know when another caution is going to come out, but I tell you, it looks like the field is kind of spread out now, so we probably get some good green flag racing here.
Yeah, you know, it does help kind of take care of things down here when you do get them spread out a little bit. But, you know, going back to that brake bias that, you know, Mike and Ron were talking about down there, of course, braking points and what have you. You know, this is the kind of track that you got to come here and race the track. It's a lot like Bristol. You know, you just can't come out here and think you're going to blow the competition away on the first or second lap. You got to race this track first, and it's all about position. And if you got it, hang on to it and try to get the next one. You know, when the time comes. But certainly can't happen in the first couple of laps. But
well, I tell you what, JD, like you said, if you think you're going to come out here and just blow away the competition, guess what you're going to have? Cautions, just like we got right now.
We got a caution on the track, and it's the 47 machine, Eric Arnold, guys, is trying to roll it back there. Look like he just lost it coming off the turn here. want to say this is going to be coming through turn 3 and 4 here. Gets it down to the bottom. Oh, it just loses it, pushes up a little bit. Jerry, we got it on the wine machine. All right, let's go down to pit road. Ron, leaders on pit road.
Yeah, we got the 7-up leader, Landon Huffman, coming down, and his teammate, the 21. They're going to take four tires and a full tank, and I think they're planning on staying out for the rest of the race, guys. They're not planning on coming back in unless something major happens. Mike?
Also, you got Chad and Bill Fields that followed them right on in, taking 4 tires as well, full tank of gas, and they're out and away. Ready?
All right, I'll tell you what, the way we call it up here in the booth, it's going to be 4 new shoes and a bucket of oats. Why don't we go ahead and step away? We'll take a real quick commercial break. You're watching live ETV Live, Cowboys, so hey, don't wander off. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Oh, no, go right ahead. I'm still back here at the buffet table. Go ahead, man.
Well, I saw that those ribs that Mama D brought. I saw you had those in your mouth there, so I was just going to kind of help you out here. We're back, folks, again, under caution. And I tell you, we've seen quite a few of those come out here today. But Landon Huffman, his teammate R.J. Williams, second place, Chad Cole, Chris Beck. I believe a lot of those guys went in, and like your pit guys here, Batman and Rondé, as you heard, got fresh tires and some fuel. So it's interesting to see. I'm interested to see how Chad Cole's going to do since he's got new tires. But looks like we're getting ready to go green here. Let's see what kind of takeoff they get here there, JD.
I'll tell you what, Landon Huffman and the 21 car of R.J. Williams is doing an outstanding job on these restarts. It's almost like team effort, teamwork here, guys. 21 car in no big hurry, just hanging close to that 75 up there, teammate Huffman Racing. But the 17 car, Chad Cole, been having a pretty decent night, guys. That 17 car is still pretty darn clean up here, staying out of trouble, managing to stay up here in the front in the top 5. And now we've got Rob Bowling back here in 4th position. He's in that number 44 machine with a little bit of damage on his car. And then I tell you what, working backwards here to 7th position, the 14 of Joey Gattina on the bottom, the 76 up on the outside. As Joey almost looks like that 14 might have had some help around the turn a little bit by that Navy car 47 machine, Eric Arnold. But I tell you what, is there such a thing as bump drafting at Martinsville, guys?
No, I think they call that a love tap, JD.
Love tap. All right, 106 laps in the books here. We're past the halfway point here, guys. 94 laps to go here at Martinsville. And I tell you what, the sheet metal is starting to pile up back here in the back. But I don't know. I think we've only got 2 drivers out of the race, Ron.
Yeah, JD, we were kind of talking about what's going on with these guys tonight and why we're seeing so many issues like we were earlier. And I kind of like Mama D over in the chat room. I like her explanation. She thinks JD put some banana peels on the track before the race.
Yeah, well, JD left his pet monkey at home, so they ain't no bananas up here in the booth tonight. But out of the race tonight, let's go down through the list. Doug Roth with his problems in that 43 machine. Randall Holcomb, Chalmers Parker, and of course you heard from John Higman Jr. Was black flag disqualified for some unknown reason. We'll have to get back to the admins, race officials a little bit later on about that, find out what happened. But So far, the 43, the 89, the 41, and the 60 car up on the hauler and headed for the barn, as we say here on ETV Live.
And I tell you what, JD, just taking a look at the top three up here, and I tell you what, they've got rhythm going. Going in, coming out, doing everything what they're supposed to. Chad Cole's getting some good entrance and exits off the turn 1s and 2s, 3s and 4s. And I tell you, you're starting to see these guys start pulling away from the field here. I believe the next car back is going to be the number 44, Rob Bolin, and he's definitely got some competition on his back door, and he's knocking.
You bet. And Ron, you got some more?
Yeah, sorry about that, because you were mentioning some guys are out of the race. Somebody that just also officially retired from the race was going to be Nathan Bowers in the 85 car.
All right, Nathan Bowers behind the wall, up on hauler, and be headed for the barn here shortly. I was just watching. Keep an eye on Keith Brooks up here, guys. Keith Brooks, John Abbott are both. This is a points run for them tonight. John Abbott and Keith Brooks sitting 9th and 10th in the points. Both of them share that position, 149 points, 52 behind the leader. So right now, John Abbott, I believe, has actually Keith Brooks has the points advantage right now. If you were to stop over John Adams, Keith Brooks running in 9th. John Adams back here in 12th position at number 10 machine. So John Abbott rather, again, this could be a big points night for several of these drivers here tonight, Rick.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be some big point changes after this race here. We've got some names that definitely got some, I'll tell you, the number 3, that number 3 of Scott Brotherton there got in the way of the 21 machine of R.J. Williams and almost had an accident there. I believe he's a lap car.
All right, looking down at my list here, I think the only, looks like Jeff Addison pulled his car off the track behind the wall and headed for the hauler too, guys. But I tell you what, things have settled down here for the most part. I think we got our little issues out of the way 112 laps later. But back here with John Gregorio, of course, that's Rick's pick here tonight, sitting in 16th position in that 23 car. And, looking down through the list, John's been involved in at least 2 of the cautions here tonight, but there's a number of drivers been involved in multiple cautions. But then, of course, it's a half-mile track, Rick, and, if something happens in front of you, there's a good chance that even a couple, 3 or 4 cars back, you're probably going to get some kind of damage from it. We've got another wreck happening out here in the 14 car. Joey Gattina up here in the office depot, number 14 car, right here on the backstretch, guys. And I believe that's going to bring the caution out for the 13th time, and we're getting into some unlucky numbers now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he had any contact on that when it came out of turn 2 there. May have got on the gas a little bit hard, JD. But I'm sure Jerry, you got more on this? Okay. All right. Well, Jerry's busy trying to find that there, JD, but it didn't look like he made any kind of contact or anything, so he should be okay.
You bet. And word has it that the leaders are working down pit road, so let's go ahead and take it on down to Mike, standing by on pit road down there.
Yeah, I'm down here at 17 pit of Chad Cole. He's going to take 4 and be gone. His teammate, the 33 in the Budweiser car, they're also going to take 4. And also the 44 Rob Bowling, 4 tires full of fuel, ready to go.
Oh, got to tell you, R.A. Williams beat Landon Huffman out of the exit there, so that's pretty fun there for them guys, I guarantee you. Jerry, you got
I got a question. What's the deal with that 75 guys? He is really slow and going way to the back. Did we get a penalty or something there?
Speeding, Jerry. That's what I was going to say. He tried to stick that nose back out front of RJ, but it did not pay off.
Oh, big trouble for the 75 machine. Landon Huffman, who's pretty much led every lap here tonight, getting separated from his teammate and getting caught by that radar gun down there on pit road, guys. So that's going to put R.J. Williams out in front. So we'll keep an eye on that 75 machine down here as he pays for that speeding ticket, guys.
Tell you what, that's going to be a definite game changer right now. He's going to have to go through some lap cars. He's going to have to go through some cars that's got some damage. And I tell you what, some of these cars out here may be barely hanging on by one bolt. And I tell you, if that bolt gets shaken loose, something could happen right in front of that 75 car. So, you know, definitely he's going to have his hands full.
Hey, give Michael the wrench. He'll be able to fix it.
Yeah, give Michael a wrench. He'll be able to fix it.
Yeah, Rick, you're
right.
exactly right. That is not where Landon wants to be. In fact, he's been out front the whole entire race, and so he has not even seen what it, or he has no idea what it feels like to be back there. So, yeah, it might be worth a shot just to keep an eye on him, maybe like an eye cockpit view or something. But I think the pace car just took off, JD.
You back and ready to go back to the green flag here. It's going to be the 21 and the 17. Chad Cole up here with Rob Bowling, David Lanza in that 33 machine. Bill Fields in that 54 making up your top 5 on the restart here. And then David Lanza in that 33 machine trying to get to position from Bowling up in that 44. Could get it done. Has to fall in behind. Of course, the bottom line down here is the preferred line around Martinsville. Very difficult track to pass here on. And a couple of different kind of racing surfaces. You've got the concrete in the turns here for the most part on the preferred line down here at the bottom. And of course the front stretch and the back stretch are both asphalt. So, you know, these drivers and crew chiefs have to contend with that as well. But the 33 putting the pressure on the 44 up here for position.
Tell you what, back here tonight, watching the 75 of Landon Huffman, he's taking one car at a time, but right now it looks like he's having a tough time trying to get around the 70 car. So, you know, one lap at a time, but right now he is running 11th position. Jerry, you got more.
Hey, Law Dog, I got a question for you about Landon Huffman.
Yes, sir.
How white do you think his knuckles are right now?
Tell you what, I don't know how white his knuckles are, but I tell you, I could see the white in his eyes when he came around the corner there coming out of turn 4 from the stands.
All right, Landon Huffman leading the most laps here so far tonight here at Martinsville. But I tell you what, he's got a teammate out in front right now in the form of R.J. Williams in that 21 machine for Huffman Racing. And, you know, R.J. Williams, you know, staying out of trouble. Of course, you know, like I said before, Rick, you know, when you're up here in the front, you got nothing but clear sky in front of you. So it's pretty easy to stay out of trouble. And of course, he was working with his teammate Huffman up here for the most part. But I'll tell you what, you know, going deeper in the field here, the 33 car of David Landsbecker in 4th position. He'd been working over that 44 of Rob Bowling up here, trying to get that position back. But Rob Bowling making a couple of mistakes here once in a while. Of course, Lanza looking for that to happen so he can get the position on him. Best place to get it is in the turns if you can get a nose up underneath and claim that bottom lane down there.
That's right. And I tell you, right now these guys are doing a pretty good job, one lap at a time, riding right in behind each other, and just making one lap at a time. But I just heard Ron told me not to jinx it, so let's move on to a different subject. Ron, you got anything?
Yeah, I actually just wanted to give a quick shout out to the 44 and the 33, both of those guys. I mean, pretty much I think everybody's been involved in something, one form or another tonight, but specifically those two guys earlier in the race, and they made it back up to the top 5, so I just wanted to recognize that real quick.
Absolutely. I tell you what, Huffman, who had to start at the back of the pack here tonight, he got caught by the old radar gun down on pit road, but I tell you what, he's picking him up and putting him down here as he works his way forward. He's up to 7th position, so inside the top 10 here at Martinsville. And hey, Cowboy, I tell you what, one more time, I want to talk about this racing cockpit. And I tell you, this VRC Mark II virtual racing chassis. And again, designed by a real race car driver, Cowboy. I tell you what, this ain't some dude walking in off the street, you know, with a picture or something on a piece of scratch paper. This is a real race car driver, a championship race car driver to boot, Cowboy. And I'll tell
Real
you
race
what,
car driver?
Absolutely real race car driver. Hey, 3,000 of these things sold, and not just here in the States, but also overseas. So this guy knows what he's doing. He ought to. He designed it fully adjustable. The frame is adjustable. The seat, the racing seat is adjustable. And I tell you what, it's got a low center of gravity, just like a real race car does. Sells for $329 plus shipping. And, you can check it out at bobearlracing.com. And I tell you what, the monitor stand and the shifter both sold separately. But caution coming out here for number 14, I believe, is the 88 Adam Roberts. I'm hearing going around, guys. And that looks like it's going to be it looks like it's going to be one of those banana peel deals again, coming off of turn 3, guys, or turn 4.
I'm trying to rewind it here. It looks like the 88. Jerry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, guys, pulling it back here, going back time a little bit. 88 just got out of the corner, got a little bit loose. Oh, he's going to spin it, put it up in the inside wall, or the outside wall. A little bit of front end damage there. Did not spill his drink, so he'll be just fine.
Did not spill anything. And leaders coming down pit road. Let's go ahead and throw it on down to our pit road reporters, Ron Day.
Yeah, JD, we're down here in the 21 pit. As he's coming in, I think he's going to take four tires again. You know, as these guys were saying, the tires. If you're up in front, you want to take 4 just to keep your track position. If the guys in the back are going to take 2, they're probably not going to last that much longer. But I think they're going to come in just about the way they go out the way they came in. So actually, I lied. The 33 is going to beat everybody off the pit road, Michael.
Yeah, I was taking a look at Landon to see what he was doing. He actually did take 4. I thought that the crew chief had said they was going to take 2 just to get the track advantage back, but they did end up taking 4, and so you'll see Landon Huffman probably start somewhere around 8th or 9th there. Yeah, so interesting strategy there, and I believe hearing word that the 33 took 2 of David Lanza's, so I think that's going to put him out front or either second place. So good strategy there, paying off in these last closing laps with 64 to go.
All right, then we're in a number of 2-tire changes down there, and guys, I'm actually looking at this replay one more time here with the 88 sitting sideways on the track. He actually takes a second hit from the 27 car, and I'm not quite sure I understand what's going on here either. You know, there's plenty of room between the wall and the 88 machine for the 27 to get by as the 88 rolls backwards across the track. 27 car comes and just slams him in the back, so I'm not quite sure what that was all about either. But perhaps that was a bad call by the spotter. I don't know.
JD, I've got to say this. I just saw some, heard a little bit of radio chat, and Guy Snyder made the statement to Adam that 90% of the time you're talking, why didn't you say you were backing up?
Oh man, I tell you what, that's like, you know, like we said at the beginning of the race here, Rick, you got to leave it at the door, cowboy, because you know you're going to get your feelings hurt tonight as we get ready to go back to green flag racing here. And the 33 car, David Lanza, out in front for the first time tonight, but he's got that 21 from Huffman Racing. That's going to be R.J. Williams going to be chasing him down here. R.J. doing an outstanding job up front all night long as the 33 car almost getting out of shape up here. Lanza almost losing it coming right off of turn 2. But I'll tell you what, back to racing here with the 54 machine in 5th position at Bill Fields. He's got the 75 of Landon Huffman hustling by up here on the top. Going to make the run for the money here. Into the turn he goes. I'll tell you what, goes in deep. Tries to hang on to it. He's going to get to position, move Landon Huffman up to 5th, guys.
Tell you what, David Lanza look good up there in the front, but I tell you, R.J. Williams is just pacing the laps one after another with Chad Cole on his back door, staying up with him. I believe all those guys have got full, fresh tires on the machines out there. Ron?
Well, like I was saying, the 3 took 2, and everybody behind him took 4. And I was, you know, not to say that David Lanza can't handle it, but it's not going to be get any easier to drive, should I say. 2 tires is definitely going to loosen it up a good bit more anyway, and then the cars get looser as the run goes on. So it's going to be fun to see if he can hang on to it.
I tell you what, and check that chat room out over there, and look what Mama D's got posted up in there. I tell you what, that will be next. I guarantee it. That will, if they keep it up here tonight, and keep the sheet metal flying off these cars, they'll start bringing the haulers out here and racing them around the track. What do you think, Rick?
Tell you what, JD, I just got word after the pace car got off the track, it actually scraped the inside wall. So the pace cars got damage on the passenger side.
Oh my God! All right.
Hey, it's also led the most laps.
Yeah.
Dog.
Absolutely. I tell you, so there, everything's equal across the board. Every car that leaves the track today will be all damaged up. But tell you what, we got a heck of a battle here. It looks like the 21 machine of R.J. Williams is battling David Lanza, and it looks like he's going to overtake the lead from him. But the 33 of David Lanza comes back on the outside. Got a heck of a race.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, David Lanza working that upper lane there really hard. He's got the 17 down here in the bottom too, chasing down that 21 car. Lanza can't get the job done, but here comes Landon Huffman. Move Huffman up into fourth position, guys, as he's working over the bumper of that 33 machine now, guys.
Oh, and the 33 got a little loose coming out of turn 2 there. He sees the 75 of London Huffman coming up on his back door. But I tell you what, 17 of Chad Cole still looking good on the back door of R.J. Williams there as they go into turn 1.
And Rob Bowling taking over the fifth position from, looks like that's going to be the 14 of Joey Gattina, guys. Joey Gattina backing up one here, so move Rob Bowling, that 44 machine, up. As he'll take over that fifth position. But I tell you what, Landon Huffman absolutely on his way to the front in third position up here, guys. He's got Chad Cole in 17. Now, Chad Cole has been doing a phenomenal job here at Martinsville and pretty much keeping his car out of trouble and, pretty clean. And he's been chasing these leaders down pretty much all night long.
Yeah, Chad Cole has a remarkable job keeping that car up front and especially putting the pressure on R.J. Williams. But I tell you what, he's going to be in a pickle here in just a minute because Landon Huffman is coming on strong, so he's going to be right in between those two teammates.
Can we change our pick in the middle of the race?
Yeah, can you change your pick in the middle of the race? Yeah, let me call my bookie, will you, and see what he says?
I just wanted to see that because it's the 17 of check. I'm not going to have a pick. I just want to see some good racing, and I think we're finally getting to see it here, guys.
Tell you what, move it back here to 16th position. I just caught John Gregorio. Well, okay, let's deal with the caution. Caution coming out again. And see if I can't figure out who brought this one out here tonight. It's going to be caution number 14. I believe, guys, here on lap 152. I don't see anybody out of shape, but it could have been a debris caution. But let's take it on down to pit road to Mike Keaton. Mike and Ron, the leaders, are coming down pit road. All right, well, I'll tell you what, why don't we delay that? Let's send it over to Jerry. I think Jerry's got it pulled up on E1.
I found it, gentlemen. The number 14 coming out of the turn gets just a wee bit loose. He going to slide her head first right out here into the wall. Barely gets a little bit of wall. Actually, I don't even think he got a little bit of wall on there, guys. But he did get a spun around, got a little sideways. Caution will come out for that 14 from Joey Gattina, JD.
Yeah, left side's coming up on all cars down pit road, so everybody looks like they took 4, and it looks like R.J. Williams is the first one out, Chad Cole, Landon Huffman, David Lanza, Rob Bowling, Chris Beck, and Bill Fields.
All right, and I tell you what, I got, what's the strategy working out here, guys, with Huffman and the 21 machine? Even RJ, the first half of the race with the number of cautions we had, no pit stops. I suppose that was just hanging on to position. Now that things have gotten quieted down here a little bit, a few more laps in between cautions, and I suppose that might be part of the strategy. Now come down and get 4 fresh ones and hustle back out there. But Jerry, you got some more?
Oh, I got more. I'm going to tell you right now, the next person that jinxes a caution on us, you're fired. Fired. Gone.
Sorry.
All right, 14 cautions here at Martinsville Speedway. A little excessive for these guys. Certainly not used to watching this kind of action here with real sim racing. But I tell you what, it is a good bunch of guys, good group of racers here. And I can take you back to Bristol where we did 200 laps there. And Rick, I think we got out of there with about, I don't know, 8 or 9 cautions, I believe. But it was a pretty decent race. Atlanta last week, I think 5 cautions there. A lot of green flag laps. I believe we had, I think we even had a green flag pit stop there, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, JD, anytime you deal with a group of guys like these folks here, you got 25 cars in here, and you got 25 highly competitive individuals, and you stick these guys on a short track, you're going to have some cautions. These guys are going to take a little bit of a chance, and sometimes it don't always work to their favor. But chances is what wins races.
You bet. And I'll tell you what, R.J. Williams taking a chance right now. He's got Chad Cole in that 17 machine up on the outside, but then the 75 of Landon Huffman breathing down the 21's neck. Up here is the DeWalt machine of Chad Cole, that 17 car, working that topside up here. As the caution comes out, this is going to be number 15, guys, right here on lap 158. So I'm hearing it's the 47 car going around on this one. See if we can't get this one pulled up. That's going to be Eric Arnold, guys, back here in 15th position. See if we can't get pulled up on the E-Wine machine. Oh, my bad. Sorry, 16 caution. Somewhere I've lost count. Well, is there a difference between 14 and 16? We'll get to that later. But Jerry, I believe we've got to pull up on the E-Wine machine.
Yeah, JD, just fortunate. 47 here. He's got a lot of damage. Gets it loose coming out of the corner. I'm going to tell you what, guys, 15, 16 cautions. It's a tough track. It's short. Like Rick said earlier, a lot of guys racing here, a lot of tore-up race cars. And when you got tore-up race cars, you're going to get a lot more cautions out of those guys because they're loose. There's really not a whole lot they can do to fix it. So you just kind of got to bear it and grin it, and let's get through it.
Yeah, you bet. I'll tell you what. Well, I don't know. I'm being passed note here. Don't forget to mention that Landon Huffman made it up to second place. I'll tell you what, it was several laps ago. He got the penalty down on pit road. The old radar gun came out, and he got that speeding ticket down there. But I'll tell you what, working from the back to the front, Landon Huffman breathing down the 21's back now. But then that's teammate up there, R.J. Williams. But that Chad Cole in that 17 car, I'm still impressed with him. As we get to 100 and whatever laps here, 161 laps in the book. So I'll tell you what, why don't we go ahead and take a breather. We're going to step away, take a commercial break. You're watching live ETV Live, Cowboy. It's the only game in town, the leader in sim broadcasting, so don't wander off. We'll be right back. All right, ev-eplay.net, Cowboy. That's where it's at. And the 21 car right here from the almost getting out of shape here, coming on the pace lap. 21 car working the rubber off those tires, but it just got a little bit out of shape there. But
either that or he spilled his water bottle, JD. He spilled his water bottle.
Spilled his water bottle. All right. Hey, we'll get to ETV Live here in a minute, but the 21 and the 75 side-by-side teammates. 75 going to give it to the 21 here on the restart. But I'll tell you something. Keep your eyes on that 17 car as he keeps up rolling around here behind Huffman Racing. Now, he knows what's going on up there in front. He's got two teammates up battling out here, but Landon Huffman making that topside work. I'll tell you what, he's only got a couple laps to do it, Rick, on brand new tires as Landon Huffman gets a shot at the front. 21's going to back off the throttle here and give it to him coming out of turn 3 here.
Tell you what, 17 of Chad Cole was looking on the outside of the 21, but he just decided just to let out of the gas and just follow right in behind the 21. He saw Huffman do it. I think he was thinking about doing it himself, but that was a good move on his part there. I think if he would have took that chance, he'd have got stuck on the outside. Could have even lost a position to the 33 car of David Lanza.
Gonzalez 80 over there in the chat room. According to the chat room over there, I know who his driver is tonight. It's going to be that 75 machine up there, Landon Huffman. And, of course, want to welcome Thermite 917 to the group tonight. A couple of newcomers. Sorry we didn't get you guys a little bit earlier. Bobby along for the ride. Cassidy, of course, all the ETV Live fans over there in the chat room. There's caution's coming out again, guys.
Looks like it's be 76 of Keith Brooks Jr. there, JD. And I'm trying to rewind my stuff here, and then it may have just went into the corner there just a little too hard. Jerry, have you got more on it?
I sure do, buddy. You are exactly right. He's just going to get it loose coming out of the corner. Got him dropping down into the turn here. He's actually going to get it loose going into the turn, Mr. Law Dog. Going to stay off the wall, so no damage to him, no damage to anybody else, guys.
17 cautions to book at Martinsville Speedway, Cowboy. I tell you what, a little excessive for these guys, but, you know, still a good number of cars on the track down here.
Absolutely, it's a good number of cars out here, JD. And I tell you, you've got Chad Cole running in third spot, David Lanza, Rob Bolden, and I'm gonna tell you, don't forget about Rob Bolden. Rob Bolden has been pretty strong as well, and you know, you got to think about some of these guys that may have just kind of sit back here and just rode some laps out, knowing that the cautions are going to come out. So, as we are at lap 170, we've only got 30 laps till that checkered flag comes out. We'll find out who's been holding out and who hadn't.
Yeah, you got that right. I'll tell you what, they are starting to wind down here, but, you know, I'm impressed with that 17 car up here. Chad Cole running around that bright yellow DeWalt number 17, doing an outstanding job. Now, you know, here's the deal, guys. You know, we've got a couple of points battles going on here tonight, and they start out right up here on the top. You've got John Higman Jr., Scott Brotherton duking it out, 13 points behind the leader. They share that second place position. And then Adam Roberts, you know, you can throw him into the mix with John Gregorio. There's only, I think it looks like 2 points separate those two guys. So, you know, a big points battle going on there. But then on down the line here, you've got Chad Cole, John Abbott, and Keith Brooks Jr., all 2 points apart from one another. So this is could be a turning point as far as the battle for points go here with real sim racing. But I tell you what, 171 laps in the books here tonight, guys, with the Huffman Racing back out in front. And Rick, this is kind of where we were right at the beginning of this thing tonight.
Yep, you're exactly right. I'm pretty sure it's about the exact beginning we had starting out here. I believe Eric Arnold was running 6. He qualified 6, but I think he's back in the pack now. Skirmish that he had got into. But, you know, JD, like you were talking about the points, don't forget about Cameron Manis being out at contention, losing that sponsor. So that moves Chad Cole definitely in a 7th place position there. And if he finishes in the top 3 here, that's even going to move him up more in points.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, why don't we well, I'll tell you what, I'll get back to that here in a minute, but getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing here. Huffman Racing out in front one more time up here as 21 car gets a little piece of the wall coming off the start there. But 17 looking for the position, gets his nose underneath the 21. And I'll tell you what, 21 working hard up on that top lane, isn't going to give it up, but 17 falling in behind. And I'll tell you, a good effort from Chad Cole, saw what the 21 was doing, tried to get the nose under there, had it, lost it, But I tell you what, he's still sitting in the catbird seat up here with the 33. David Lanza chasing him down the backstretch into the turn.
I tell you what, it was a move he made there, JD. I was expecting him to take that position, but I believe the 21 had the still had the run going on that outside there, and then kicked in the gas, and it worked out better for him. So, but I'll tell you what, don't count him out yet, there, Cowboy, because you're going to see next few laps people are going to try to make some position.
Joey Tina back here in 6th position in that 14 off his depot car. And I tell you what, he's been working over the bumper of that 44 car for quite some time now. Rob Bowling holding his own up here in the top 5. And with the 33 Budweiser machine of Lanza working, trying to work him over and get that position back. But actually the 14 car of Gattina trying to get that position back. But I tell you, moving back through the field here, the 54 sneaking up on the 14. That's going to be Bill Fields in 7th position here as he gets a little piece of the wall on the coming off the front stretch there. But I tell you what, 178 laps in the books here at Martinsville, guys, and 17 cautions in the books here. That's got to be a record somewhere.
You may be right there, JD, and I tell you what, if it's not a record somewhere, it's probably going to be a record of these guys. So, you know, I guess we can try to hit them below the belt a little bit as much as we can, because I tell you, all in all, these are some really good drivers, and I think they're just having a bad day today. But, you know, go ahead, Jerry. You got more?
JD Webb, I believe if you would remember correctly, I believe we did a race one night that had 27 cautions in it.
Yeah, you're right. And I thought we made a deal. We wasn't going to talk about that one anymore. That was a long, long night. And I'll tell you what, 27 cautions, you're absolutely right. But, you know, we were actually reading encyclopedias trying to come up with enough stuff to say during the race. But how many commercials can you play in 27 cautions? I'll tell you what, about 100 something.
Tell you what, you got 17 of Chad Cole moving real close in on that 21 of RJ Williams. And I tell you, David Lanza has moved in onto the Chad Cole as well. So, guys, we're at 182 laps. Oh, and I tell you, Landon Huffman got a little sideways coming out of turn 4 there. It looked like he lost a little traction there, JD. And I'm hearing that we've got another caution coming out, the number 69 car of Joseph Hayes.
Yeah, Joseph Hayes down here on the bottom. And Jerry, I think you got it pulled up on the E-Wine machine?
Yes, I do indeed have it pulled up here, guys, on the read start. Going to get going here, and it looks like he's just, the 34 I actually think might get loose in front of the 69, which in turn made the 69 loose, JD. But once again, the 47, heavy damage, guys.
All right, we got some guys pitting here. Looks like partial of the leaders, Ron. Not all leaders pitted here. Ron?
Yeah, Huffman racing down pit road in the 75 and the 21. The 17 of Chad Cole told me before the race that he would rather have track position than tires with 20 to go, and that's what he's got.
Wow, I tell you what, JD and Rick, Chad Cole may be your new leader. Looking David Lanza right behind him and Keith Brooks. Several on the lead lap did not pit, so Huffman Racing has some traffic to work with, but just what, 15 to go?
Well, one more thing you're forgetting there. You've got the 75, Landon Huffman, 21 R.J. Williams, and the 44 Rob Bowling, all part of Huffman Racing, and they all came down pit road right there, so it may have been some kind of team order.
I tell you what, guys, earlier when Landon Huffman went into the pit and he started back toward the back there, he was running in about 13th position. It took him almost 20 to 25 laps to catch back up into the field because he had to go through all of the cars there. So it's going to definitely be definitely something to look at here.
You bet. And I'll tell you what, I believe that's going to be 18 cautions here at Martinsville for Real Sim Racing. But you know, we're closing in on the last few laps here. It's going to be about 14 laps or so to go when we come around. Actually, 13 laps to go, I believe, when we come back around and take the green flag. So last trip around for the pace car. Lights will go off this time by, and we'll get set for the restart here. But I want to get back to etv-eplay.net. And I'll tell you what, ain't no better place. You want to watch these races again? You can. You can get them over at etv-eplay.net. And if you're looking to broadcast a race for your league, hey, check out the rates page. Blah, blah, blah. I need to work on my tongue a little bit tonight after the race. But tell you what, check everything out over there. And a lot more racing coming your way here, too, on ETV Live, and we'll get to that here in a minute. But Chad Cole picking up his first green flag of the night here tonight. He's got David Lanza up on the outside, Keith Brooks, Landon Huffman in fourth position, guys, already up into third.
Tell you what, 3017 car of Chad Cole got spun the wheels pretty bad coming off of turn 4 there under the green. But looks like the 33 and a 75 are going to get into it there in turn 3 and 4. But 75 of Landon Huffman gets past him, and now he's starting to knock on the back door of Chad Cole going into turn 1.
Tell you what, 75 getting a piece of the 33 car, but caution coming out here again, guys. As I'm hearing, it's the 44 machine bringing this one out here, and this is going to be caution number 19, I believe, and sounds like the 3 car is also involved. That'd be Scott Brotherton, as we try to roll it back here on the monitor and see if we can't pick it up. It looks like there might have been something happening in front. Well, I won't know until I get things rolled up here, but the 3 certainly involved Scott Brotherton, but maybe Jerry's got a better angle on it. Jerry?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, JD, we'll take a look at it here. 44, 33 come out of the corner, side by side. Look, you know what, man? That looked like the 44 might have came up into the side of the 33. 27 going to get some more damage out of that, guys. You know what, Jay? I'm going to roll this back here. We're going to take another peek at that again. It looks like the 44 just kind of came up into the 3 guys across the nose of the 3. I'm not sure if that was a hit by the 3 or the 44. Who was responsible for that one, JD?
I'll tell you what, I'm looking right back here on lap 88 from the 44 car, and there's just absolutely a gaggle of cars back there. The 3 car on the outside, 14 car of Joey Gattina right dead ahead of the 44. Don't know if the 44 tangled with the 14 or not, but almost looked like there was a couple of little chrome horns coming out there. And then, of course, they make it down the backstretch going into the turn, and that's where all hell breaks loose. So this is going to be caution number 19, I believe, guys, here at Martinsville Speedway. Where's that hot dog stand again?
They're out of hot dogs. I just got the last one.
Oh, man.
I'll sell it to you.
Yeah.
How many more cautions can we squeeze into a 6-lap run?
I don't know. Is this something? How many more cautions? Well, go ahead and say it on the air. How many more cautions can we squeeze into a 6-lap run? Let me call my bookie.
One's going to do it. They could go green and have a caution next one, and it's over.
Tell you what, it's going to be interesting, because I'm going to tell you right
5
here
laps.
where you're going to see a lot of guys take a lot of chances, and we know what that's going to bring out when these guys bring chances to the ballpark of Martinsville Speedway. So tell you, Chad Cole's going to be looking out his right door, and he's going to see Landon Huffman there. And I tell you, Landon Huffman has been really good on the starts, and notice that Chad Cole on his starts, he has spun the wheels many times, and I'm looking to see Landon Huffman to try to take the outside of Chad Cole coming out of turn 2. I believe Landon may take the lead away from him.
Lights are off on the pace car, guys, and I'll tell you what, Landon Huffman can work that outside line better than anybody that I have seen here all night tonight. Landon Huffman, starting out on the pole here at Martinsville, went backwards, in fact, backwards all the way to the back with a speeding ticket about the halfway point here at Martinsville. And I'll tell you what, has been able to push that machine of his right back to the front as we get set to take the green flag. And I'll tell you what, Chad Gold got his work cut out for him as the 75 sneaked right up alongside, and we're green flag racing A little bit of a tire spin off to 17. Going into turn 1, Huffman's going to get it right from the get-go here. 17 on the bottom. I'll tell you what, we've only got 2 more laps. Caution coming out here, guys. Caution coming out for the 20th time. Huge wreck
Folks, we got
back here in the back, guys. And let's see if we can't roll it back and see what
14.
happened. I'm hearing it's the 14 machine up here of Joey Gattina involved. As I roll it back on my monitor here, this is going to be right on the restart, guys. Jerry, you got some more?
Yes, I do, JD. Going to take another peek at this one here. Should be our last one to take a peek at going into time. Once again, 14 into the corner. Looks like, I'm not sure who that was back there. Was that Brotherton that didn't do the slowdown? Got into the back of him, kind of spun him around there. Let's take another peek at this, see who that was back there. It looks like
it might be Keith Brooks, Jerry. I don't know if he was...
you are correct, JD. I believe it is Keith Brooks. It got into the back of him, spun him around there. I tell you what, here comes the ambulance out for that 14, guys.
All right. Oh, man, I'll tell you what, that's going to be caution number 20. 20 cautions. And I'm hearing that race officials are about ready to call the race, guys, as we'll see if we can't get confirmation on that. I believe that's going to be the end of the race. Remember, no green-white checkers here in iRacing, and after lap 197, Ron, it's pretty much over with.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to see Chad Cole down at the NASCAR hauler after that one, because sounds like to me that he thought he might have been the leader when the caution came out, so we'll have to see.
All right, now, you know, there are timing lines on the track that put you in position, so I don't know, we'll see what happens after the race here, but you know, again, I mean, it depends on where you are in relation to the timing line when the caution comes on. You know, back in the old days, it used to be maintain your position as soon as you see the light come on, but I don't know whether Landon might have had a run on him at that time or not. We'll have to check the replay and look, but officially the game is over, Cowboy. It's a done deal. Unofficial winner tonight is going to be Landon Huffman. Chad Cole in a 17 machine with a terrific run here at Martinsville tonight in second. David Lanza, good effort out of that 33 machine in third. So unofficial standings, they will finish behind the pace car. And I'll tell you what, while they're doing that, why don't we go ahead and step away. We'll take a quick commercial break right here, right now. When we come back, we'll have it all sorted out for you. So you're watching live ETV Live, Cowboy, Martinsville Speedway, real sim racers. I'll tell you what, don't wander off. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back live here at Martinsville Speedway, home of the Martinsville hot dog. And I'll tell you what a race here tonight. 100 laps, or roughly half the race, finishing under caution here tonight. And we're working on getting our top three up here. And I'll tell you what, watching Landon Huffman down there spinning what's left of his tires off on the start-finish line down there, as he celebrates his victory lap. But and I tell you, Rick, you know, 200 laps, 100 of them under caution, you know.
I tell you what, the 100 laps of caution, that's Wow, that's a lot of caution laps. But again, I tell you what, we had 28 drivers or 27 drivers to enter the field here, and you got 27 drivers that are very competitive with each other. So these guys are going to have to take some chances in order to move their cars up front. And of course, there's a penalty to pay when you take chances. And of course, we saw 100 cautions take place due to those chances that was taken here today.
You bet, and I'll tell you what, I managed to get down here in Victor Circle, standing down here with Landon Huffman Racing. I tell you what, Landon, qualifying on the pole here tonight, and you're going to go home with most of the laps led here. Well, maybe not. You might share that with the pace car tonight, but tell me about your race tonight.
Oh, God. Too many cautions, that's for sure. I ran up front the whole race, and my teammate beat me off pit road there, and I pulled an idiot and tried to race him off and got speeding, had to come from the back. And Chad Cole in that last restart, I don't know. I guess iRacing just scored me in front. I'm not really sure if I was. I haven't checked it or not, but regardless, it was fun with all the cautions. But I'd like to thank the guys at Huffman Racing. We all had good cars tonight. Everybody pretty much ran up front for the most part. Sim seats. That's about it.
I'll tell you what, looking back about halfway through the race, you were running up in front. I want to go back to that radar ticket that you got, that speeding ticket down there. With the number of cautions that we already had at that point, it's going to set you back to the back of the line and the longest line on the restart. So you got a number of damaged cars already involved in cautions they have to work through. So, what was going through your mind at that point? Did you think you could get it back, or was that the plan?
Well, I wasn't really happy with myself after I got the penalty. I knew if I would stayed patient behind those guys, I'd get back up there. I wasn't sure if I'd get back to the lead, but I knew I'd get back up there, and everything worked out fine. Everybody was courteous, and kind of when I got to them, gave me some room, and I got there barely.
All right, and again, congratulations on the win here tonight at Martinsville Speedway. And any shout-outs out there you want to give?
Yeah, just Huffman Racing, all the guys. We're in this together every week, and we'll be here all season. And, of course, Sim Seats Cockpits, www.sim-seats.com.
All right, and I'll tell you what, again, congratulations to Landon Huffman taking the big one home from Martinsville tonight. I'm going to throw it on down the pit road just a little bit. Rick Donathan standing by with our second place winner, Chad Cole.
Chad Cole, I tell you what, young man, you drove the wheels off that car here this evening, and I know you had your hands full. Take us back to a few of those laps.
Yeah, I definitely had my hands full. It's a tough car to drive out there. Not a lot of grip and all that horsepower. Just that last restart, I knew I wasn't gonna beat Landon heads up, so I had to play opposite strategy, staying out that time, and just those old tires in the restart. He beat me barely, but it was a fun race nonetheless.
I tell you what, Chad, a few things that I was noticing on your restarts, having a little bit of difficulty on those restarts. Looks like you were spinning the wheels a lot, and that was hurting you.
Yeah, nail on the head. I don't know. I just maddened it too hard, I guess. Something I'll have to work on for next Martinsville race.
That's right. And I tell you what, Chad, you tell me to shut up, because if these folks knew the adrenaline that was running through your system at that point, it's very hard to keep them wheels from spinning when you're at the front row, especially when you got folks like Landon that's sitting beside you, or even maybe his partner, R.J. Williams, that's running right in behind you. We understand. Listen, you qualified fifth. You ended up finishing second today. That big accident they had there toward the end, I've rewound this thing over and over and over, and I'm scratching my head here wondering when the caution flag came out. I thought you was out front.
Yeah, I mean, that's just iRacing. I rated my crew chief, wondering the same thing. What was up? I'm gonna have to go up to the race control and see what's up with that. I mean, not too happy, but it is what it is.
Fantastic. I tell you what, keep your head up, young man. Drove an outstanding race here today. Tied for 7th in the points. Of course, you're going to move up with, I believe, one of the competitors, I understand tonight, is not going to be back due to Cameron Mannis lost his sponsorship and won't be back. So you're secure for that 7th place in the points. But with that finish tonight, that's going to move you on up in the field as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Points racing. Not so much points racing. I'm trying to go for wins as well, but just be smart, collect as many points as you can. Have a good day out there.
Good deal. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, of course, Addins RSR for putting on usually a good show, but Martinsville, what are you going to do? And Bob Earl Racing Seats for sponsoring the series.
Fantastic. I tell you what, I'm going to pass the mic on up. I believe it's Ron Day that's caught up with a 3rd place finisher.
Yeah, guys, I got David Landis standing here with me. And David, you're pretty eventful race, especially early on. Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh yeah, eventful. That ain't the word for it, I guess. Yeah, that early wreck I got involved with Gregorio. Yeah, I hated that it happened, and probably ruined his day. But yeah, the car wasn't really the same since. But nonetheless, it was pretty good, I guess, to stay up there in the top 5. But a lot of people, they had their problems today and damaged cars, so I got to be thankful for what I had, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say after that point, you were able to keep it pretty clean. I mean, there was a little nudge here and there with the guys, but able to bring it home in 3rd spot. Anybody you want to thank?
Oh yeah, I want to RSR, Keith Brooks, Joey James, John Abbott, John Higman, Greg Netherland, all those guys, they all keep this place running. Got the different series going. Without them, this place wouldn't be what it is. Bob Earl for sponsoring. That's going to be an awesome racing simulator for the lucky winner of the championship here.
All right, guys, there it is. David lands a 3rd spot. I believe that's going to be his best finish of the season so far, guys.
All right, and I'll tell you what, congratulations to all our winners here tonight. But Rick, the pace car, let's talk about the pace car here for a minute. It was reported that Jerry thought he saw the pace car take some damage on one of those pace laps. So unfortunately, it doesn't get out of here without a scratch either tonight. But on the other hand, I believe that the 4th trophy is going to go to that pace car tonight for leading the most laps.
I believe you're right, JD. He has led quite a few laps here tonight. And I tell you, I noticed that one of the track director came over and looked at the pace car, and he wasn't very happy at all. They got a good little scratch down the passenger side of that thing. But, hey, this is Martinsville. Anything can happen. And, I believe the guy that's driving that pace car, he's an ex-race car driver as well. So we'll see what happens with that.
Strap a helmet on, climb in, give me the keys. I'll tell you what. Hey, but all in all, good bunch of racing guys here tonight. Real Sim Racing. Check them out, realsimracing.com. And with that, I want to remind the folks that we ain't done yet. We ain't hardly done. ETV Live. Check the schedule page out over there. Lots of racing this month in April. But we're off this week, next couple of days. Next time you'll see us be on Thursday night. You want to catch that action with Jesse James and A.J. Browning, Thursday Night Thunder. Not quite sure what track they'll be at. They've already done their Martinsville for the week. But then Saturday night, back to VSR, the Harold Lowry Super Speedway Series. And then Sunday night, Road to the Pros. So I know we've got some new equipment coming this week, taking a couple of days off. John and I working together, getting some things sorted out. Jerry the Corn Dog Wolf filling in on the producing end on a few races for us this week. Big thanks to him. And, of course, everybody back at the shop, that stays involved. Tracy, he's been on hiatus for a couple of weeks. And but I tell you what, still a lot more racing coming your way here on ETV Live. So for the Law Dog, Rick Donathan, the Corn Dog, Jerry Wolf, and the 2 best pit reporters that I've come across in a long time, that's going to be Ron U-Haul Day, and of course the Batman, Mike Keaton, and Ron. I guess Ron's going to have the last word.
You know what? I'm boycotting that nickname there, buddy. I don't know about that one. We're going to have a talk about that after the broadcast.
That came from your partner.
All
You
right.
have to
Well,
take
I'm
that
gonna
up
have
with
to.
him.
I'm gonna have to get him down here and like put him in a trash can or something. Where'd he go? Come here.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ron, it's either you haul Ron Day or it's got to be Robin because we already got a Batman.
Oh my God.
All right. I'm gonna get both of you in the trash can. Now get over here. See you, JD. I gotta
All
catch
right,
these guys.
Okay. Well, there goes Ron Day. He's chasing after the Batman down there down Pit Road. I'll tell you what, that boy can run. But I tell you what, from ETV Live, hey, we'll catch you next time. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Oh,